Greetings, family. Peace and love to you and yours. This is Guru, and thanks for visiting my channel. So, as you can see from the title, a white CNN guest drops the N-word live on television. Let's go to the video.
If you don't want to support the alt-right, don't choose as a White House counselor a man who uses the word nigger, whose wife says that he did not want his daughters to go to a school with too many Jews. And don't choose as an attorney general a man who calls the NAACP an un-American organization, and who we learned in The Guardian today went so far as to prosecute.
Charles, just hang on a second. I appreciate you going through all of this, but please don't use the N-word on my show.
I'm sorry. Well, I never use the N-word except when I'm quoting someone who's been appointed by the president to serve in the Oval Office, since this is such a disgusting moment in our history.
To describe people who are out on the streets doing this kind of thing. It is lawless activity that they were seeing, right? Or we're not trying to excuse it in the process.
Oh gosh, not at all. I mean, I literally think you should use words very specifically. So I think you say these are protesters who are now throwing cement blocks at blah blah blah. These are people who are now doing this. Look at this picture. That group right there is doing this.
But I almost want, let me challenge you on that, though, Soledad, because wouldn't the protesters, people who have been going out of their way on the streets of Baltimore in peaceful protest,
right? Those would be
object
peaceful
to you using the words that they're protesters who are throwing the rocks and bottles?
I think there's violent protesters. I think there's peaceful protesters. I think there's drunk protesters. I think there's angry protesters. I think when specifically about how the word riot is used and the word thug is used, it's always used around people of color, specifically in an inner city context. And again, I can't tell you how the black mayor does it or the president of the United States chooses to use the word. I can only comment on how I think journalists should think about a word that actually doesn't have a lot of nuance and isn't specific, but somehow seems to be used a lot when you're talking about African Americans. So me personally, I wouldn't call someone a thug. I think it's not a descriptive term. What's been sorely lacking in this story, frankly, is context.
So, family, you just heard it yourself. I mean, you saw the looks on their face when Charles Kaiser, the author of the book, The Cost of Courage, he went on to use the N-word, and he said it flat and plainly as you could hear it. He said nigger right online, on live television, rather. And you saw the look of Paris Dennard, the African-American brother on the left. He was just as shocked, and so was Brooke Baldwin, the CNN's host. And I got to give it to Brooke because she stopped him, because after that point, it was really hard to listen to anything else he had to say, because now you had to deal with the fact that he said this live on television, and it wasn't acknowledged until she stopped the situation and took acknowledgement for it. So I give Brooke Baldwin, I give her definitely the acknowledgement of doing the right thing by calling him on that. And shame on Charles Kaiser for not knowing better. So anyway, family, I just wanted to say that Charles Kaiser, the author of that book, The Cost of Courage, the white guy that's here on the right, as you're looking at this, I just have to say, with the this racist group, the alt-right, with them getting a platform right now on so many of the news media outlets, I think the media needs to really be responsible and hold these people accountable for their racist language, if you will. And in this case, he came flat out on TV and said nigger right on live television, right on live, as if he didn't know any better. This is a grown man, and you can't say just apologizing is stupid. Just stupid. You're a grown man. You should know better. And I'm kind of getting tired of these people just acting like, oh, I didn't know. Don't be stupid. You can't be a grown person. As old as you are, you can't be that stupid. So with that said, I'm going to end this off with something that Brooke Baldwin tweeted. And Brooke Baldwin tweets here, whether you're quoting someone or not, using the N-word on my show is not okay. Period. I agree with you, Brooke Baldwin. And again, I give you major kudos for standing up for something. With that said, family, please like, share, and subscribe. This is Guru. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, peace and love to you and yours.